Deserts cover around one-fifth of the Earth's surface. Many people think of the deserts as being hot, dry, and unable to sustain life. They are hot and dry, don't get me wrong, but they're able to sustain life, both animals and plants. There are 4 different types of deserts: hot and dry deserts, the semi-arid deserts, the coastal deserts, and the cold deserts.
Hot and dry deserts are described as how you would expect them to be, hot and dry. They exist in North, South, and Central America, Africa, and Australia. The temperatures range from 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, and rainfall is rare. There are certain times of the year when there will be rainfall and then no rain at all. The plants in hot and dry deserts are shrubs that are low to the ground and short woody trees. The animals are small, nocturnal carnivores such as burrowers and kangaroo rats.
The semi-arid desert is similar to the hot and dry deserts, with the long dry summers and low rainfall winters, but the temperature is slightly cooler, at around 21 degrees Celsius. There is around 2 to 4 centimeters of rainfall per year in the semi-arid desert, causing the plants and animals to adapt to this lack of rainwater. The animals are nocturnal, yet can be found during the day shading themselves from the scorching sun. Semi-arid deserts can be found in North America, Asia, Russia, and Europe. The plants include bursage and the catclaw.
Coastal deserts occur in moderately cool to warm areas where the average summer temperature ranges from 13 to 24 degrees Celsius and the average winter temperature ranges from 5 degrees Celsius or even lower. The coastal deserts receive more rainfall than the previous deserts described, around 8 to 13 centimeters per year. Coastal deserts are located on the western edges of continents, near the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. The plants here have extensive root systems in order to collect the rainfall that occurs sporadically. The plants include saltbush, buckwheat bush, and rice grass. There are also many animals that live in the coastal deserts, such as coyotes, badgers, toads, and owls.
Lastly, there are cold deserts. These deserts have cold winters with high amounts of snowfall that occasionally occur in the summer. Cold deserts are located at each pole, in the Arctic and Antarctica. The average amount of precipitation ranges from 15 to 26 centimeters per year, with the heaviest amount falling between April and May. The soil is full of salt due to the amount of precipitation, and the drainage is very good. The main plants in the cold deserts are deciduous plants, and the majority of animals are burrowers to protect themselves from the weather and predators. Some of the animals include carnivores like the badger, kit fox, and coyote, lizards, and deer.
As you can tell, this lack of precipitation and extreme heat must cause a lack of diversity in animal and plant life in all of the deserts. Yet, many different species of both animals and plants have evolved and adapted so they are able to live in these conditions. The cactus was able to adapt to the lack of water by using spines for protection and developed long stems for water storage. The yellow Palo Verde tree is covered in a wax-like substance in order to retain water. Many plants have evolved to have small leaves, if they have any leaves at all, which allow for little evaporation of water from the plant. This lack of evaporation helps the plant retain more water, allowing it to survive in such an extreme environment.
The animals that live in the desert biome were also able to adapt to their habitats. Many of the animals are nocturnal, which means that they are awake during the night so they can be sheltered from the scorching heat during the day. The majority of the animals are burrowers, meaning that they live in holes that they have dug in the ground. These burrows help protect them from predators, keep them sheltered from the heat, and retain moisture so they don't have to rely as heavily on the rainfall. Animals, such as the kangaroo rat, have been able to adapt to the lack of water resource so efficiently that they are able to retain all of their water from the food they eat. Many reptiles have long, slender bodies that don't retain heat and are able to cool off more quickly.
This map shows the desert coverage across the globe. Unfortunately, the future doesn't look very bright for the 4 different types of desert biomes and the animals and plants that live there. Global warming is causing the temperature to increase little by little, which will begin to affect the plants and animals that call the desert their home. The species that live there have adapted and evolved to be able to survive in the extreme conditions, and if these conditions continue to become more extreme, the plants and animals won't be able to survive much longer. The lack of water and increase of temperature will cause the animals to die and the species to become extinct.
Although global warming is affecting the desert biome, it continues to thrive as a habitat for many plants and animals.